the record for the heaviest pumpkin has been untouchable ever since. Number 14. Watermelon. As a universally adored summer refresher, the bigger the watermelon, the better and tastier. But Chris Kent of Sevierville, Tennessee may have gone overboard with this delicious fruit. In October of 2013, Chris displayed a watermelon that weighed 350 pounds or 159 kilograms and was soon awarded a prize at the Operation Pumpkin Festival. 7 years have passed and this gigantic watermelon still holds the Guinness World Record. As Chris himself says, it's a great honor. Not many people can say they have held a record. Number 13. Grapefruit. One giant grapefruit not only broke the record for the heaviest grapefruit in the world, but it was also the largest grapefruit by circumference. The fruit that weighed as much as a baby was discovered in January of 2019. Mary Beth and Doug Meyer's monster grapefruit that weighed 7 pounds or 3.2 kilograms were visited by the Guinness World Record representatives. The entire process of cutting the fruit from its 10-year-old tree and weighing it on a scale was documented for thousands to witness. Number 12. Marrow. Who could predict that a marrow could weigh more than a baby hippo? Well, Philip Bowles, a retired giant vegetable gardener, had this exact thought in mind. A marrow that took only 6 weeks to grow as large and as big as an animal weighed a shocking 150 pounds or 68 kilograms. According to Philip, this gigantic vegetable was grown by his special cross-pollination technique and was grown completely organically. He also hopes to hold the world record for the biggest marrow in the world. Number 11. Onion. One man who smashed his own record for creating the world's largest onion is Peter Glazebrook. The Newark native has been growing oversized vegetables for years, winning many competitions along the way. In September 2012, he once again broke the record for the heaviest onion by displaying the prize-winning vegetable at 18 pounds and 1 ounce. But growing oversized onions isn't Peter's only specialty. Mr. Glazebrook also holds a double Guinness World Record for longest parsnip and heaviest cauliflower in the world. Number 10. Strawberry. A farmer in Fukuoka, Japan saw a strawberry so large and impressive, he was quickly convinced it was a record breaker. After Koji Nakao contacted Guinness World Records, his suspicions became true. In May of 2015, the strawberry that weighed a whopping 8.82 ounces or 250 grams broke a 32-year-old record. The fruit was 3.15 inches or 8 centimeters in height and had a length of 4.7 inches or 12 centimeters. This flavor-filled berry belongs to a kind of strawberry variety called amao, which is known for its well-rounded large size and very sweet taste. Amao is particularly famous in Japan, but it has gained popularity in Taiwan and Hong Kong as well. This ginormous strawberry had multiple heads, as if many grew together and eventually fused. Mutations like this are common in smaller fruit and can even occur in tomatoes as well. This phenomena is referred to as a mega bloom and results in mutated blossoms that grow together. Not only did the Guinness cameras catch the moment of his daughter taking the first bite of the fruit, but Koji also rose to fame after he made an appearance in the local news and TV programs. According to Koji's daughter, this extraordinary fruit tasted oishi, which means delicious. Her face of pure joy and delight is enough to convince us that the mega berry was in fact very appetizing and full of flavor. Number 9. Potato. Have you ever wondered what it's like inside a 6-ton potato? Well, look no further because a record-breaking sized potato in Idaho even allows guests to stay overnight. And while the 6-ton gigantic potato is not real, the exterior of this small one-bedroom hotel sure looks like it is. After 7 years of traveling and visiting 48 states, this vegetable home now rests on a 400-acre farm in Boise, Idaho. Equipped with a bed large enough for 2 people and a mini fridge and a record player, this potato home offers a one-of-a-kind experience. If you have an extra $80 and would like to spend a night in an extraordinary setting, visit Boise, Idaho. As for the largest real potato in the world, the record once again goes to Peter Glazebrook. His creation grew to be around 8 pounds or 3.8 kilograms in weight and was displayed at the National Gardening Show in September of 2011. Before we move on, be sure to subscribe to Top 5s with notifications on. Number 8. Apple. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, especially if it's large in size. Chisato Iwasaki has been the record holder for the heaviest apple for more than 15 years now. In 2005, the Japan native Iwasaki found a very special fruit in his large apple farm in Hirosaki City. This gigantic apple weighed 4.1 pounds or around 1.8 kilograms. While many have tried to compete with the 2005 winner, no one has come close to owning the Guinness World Record title. Speaking of Japan, Chisato Iwasaki isn't the only one known for his large apple. Tokyo's Senbikiya shop is a luxury fruit parlor run by the same family name since 1834. This extravagant shop is known for its gigantic and delicious fruits that are overpriced as well as oversized. According to this shop, around 85% of the fruits are bought as gifts and presented for formal occasions like weddings, business meetings, and even hospital visits. Senbikiya is the only shop in the world where spending $21 on a single apple seems reasonable. Translating to the best in the world, Sekaiichi are washed with honey and branded by hand to ensure they are blemish-free. The orchards where they are grown are also pollinated by hand, which is very common across Japan's fruit-obsessed culture. Number 7. Tomato. Tomatoes, like the strawberries, also have a tendency to bud and grow together, especially if they're planted using special giant seeds. Dan McCoy, a Minnesota native, is no stranger to growing large fruits and vegetables. For nearly a decade, he has mastered the art of giant pumpkins, but decided to focus more on the tomato business. In September of 2014, he broke the Guinness World Record for the biggest tomato in the world, a record that was held for 28 years before his victory. Weighing at 8.4 pounds or 3.8 kilograms, Dan's tomato was the product of mega blooming and careful harvesting. In a series of video blogs, the cutting process and inspection of the record-breaking tomato was documented. The video truly showcases how massive the tomato was and how the size of it required it to be held with both hands. The multicolored and multi-head tomato was connected all around the circumference, except for one spot, which is not unusual for this kind of fruit. The seed was of the Big Zack variety, which is known to produce mega bloom and large-sized tomatoes that occasionally have multiple heads fused together. Number 6. Leek. The new world record for the world's heaviest leek was set in late 2018. Paul Rochester, a Siam native, presented his Whopper leek at the Malvern Autumn Show. This gigantic vegetable weighed an impressive 23.5 pounds or 10.7 kilograms and was the undisputed winner of the show. But this wasn't Paul's first record. In 2007, he was also awarded the title of heaviest onion with his 15-pound or 6.8 kilogram vegetable. Some may say this record-breaking leek was just a lucky entry, but Paul has been in the leek-growing business for over 20 years now. When it comes to growing large vegetables, and especially leeks, Paul suggests using supplementary lighting and growing them inside, as the outside environment can damage the leeks from external elements. He grows his own Yorkshire giant plants and has even started breeding his own leek variety, which he named after his granddaughter, Ellie. Leek growing actually runs in his family, as his late father was also a gardener. I wish that my late father could have been here to see it. I know he would have been proud, Paul stated after winning his heavy leek title. Number 5. Avocado. Known as the avozillas, the Australian-grown fruits are 4 to 5 times larger than the average supermarket-bought avocados. These incredibly delicious fruits weigh around 4 pounds or 1.8 kilograms and first originated in South Africa. Avozillas were first harvested by combining 2 kinds of avocados found in West India and Guatemala, and now the Grooves family has planted more than 400 avocado trees in Queensland, Australia. These commercially in-demand avocados have become the talk of the town. But since the trees of the gigantic avozillas can't produce as much as the normal-sized avocado trees, these special fruits are only sold in a few stores. These avocados are so creamy and large in size that one can actually spread across 12 to 20 slices of avocado toast. If you want to get your hand, or more appropriately, both hands on this ginormous fruit, then it will cost you somewhere between $10 to $15. Number 4. Cauliflower. We can't mention the Newark native Peter Glazebrook and not bring up his notorious large-sized cauliflower. In 2014, Peter broke yet another record for the heaviest vegetable. His vast cauliflower weighed almost 60 pounds or 27.5 kilograms and broke the previous record by an extra 6 pounds. But instead of displaying his incredible vegetables in European championships, 7 adjudicators visited his greenhouse in order to inspect his creation. Peter weighed 2 cauliflowers on that day, but the lighter one fell short by a couple of pounds. The winner and record breaker was 6 feet wide and had shockingly wide leaves. The cauliflower was 20 times heavier than the usual supermarket-bought vegetable. According to Peter, he nurtured the 60-pound beast in his greenhouse, and in order to reach its full potential, fed it calcium nitrate. This chemical is widely known to help cell growth and also strengthen the plant roots. Number 3. Lemon. You know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you try to grow the biggest one of them all. In 2003, an incredible discovery was made. Aharon Shmuel, who owns a farm in Israel, became the record holder of the heaviest lemon in the world. His citrus farm housed many types of fruit, but none came close to the gigantic lemon that earned the Guinness World Record title. The heaviest lemon in the world weighed in at 11.9 pounds or 5.2 kilograms, and was even heavier than an adult human head. The proportions of the fruit were also impressive, to say the least. The lemon's circumference was 29 inches or 74 centimeters and was 13.7 inches or 35 centimeters long. But what makes this record breaker so shocking was the fact that it grew with another large lemon by its side. Not to mention how nearly 2 decades later, this infamous lemon still holds its coveted title. The only other case of large lemon that was noteworthy was a 4.4 pound or 2 kilogram lemon that was grown by Jose Antonio Molina in 2012. Number 2. Cantaloupe. On August 5th of 2019, a world record for the largest cantaloupe was broken. The cantaloupe, also known as the sweet melon, normally weighs around 2 to 10 pounds. But William N. McCaslin managed to grow fruit so big it exceeded everyone's expectations. Winning over the previous record holder by only 1.1 pounds, William now holds the title of heaviest cantaloupe in the world at a stunning 67 pounds or 30 kilograms. According to the owner, the seeds of the record-setting melon were planted in April and the fruit was pollinated in June. And only 2 months later, the infamous cantaloupe reached its full potential and maturity. The previous record holder fruit was grown by Danny Vester, a retiree and cancer survivor whose hard work paid off after his cantaloupe grew to be 65.9 pounds, or almost 30 kilograms. The fruit grew slowly in his garden, and after months of pampering and feeding it with micronutrients, the cantaloupe became the largest cantaloupe in the world. But it only took William N. McCaslin 1 whole year to overshadow Vester. Before we move on to number 1, let's take a look at 2 of the longest vegetables to ever be grown. The longest parsnip and radish. In September of 2017, an avid large vegetable grower and aficionado Joe Atherton went home with 2 new records and prizes. At the UK National Giant Vegetables Championship, which consists of 29 categories, Joe presented his 21-foot or 655 centimeter long parsnip and his 22-foot or 670 centimeter long radish. Both of these shockingly lengthy vegetables were soon awarded the Guinness World Record titles. In a video blog, Joe opens up about how he manages to grow such long and stunning vegetables. He says the secret is to grow the vegetables at a 45-degree angle and in homemade tunnels for better maintenance. If anyone wants to grow long vegetables, we highly suggest following Joe's advice, as he's already broken not 1, not 2, but 3 world records, even once breaking his previous record for longest parsnip in the world. The longest carrot. Chris Qualley, who has been growing large fruits for years, one day stumbled upon his oddly shaped tangled carrot, which soon landed him a world record. This gigantic vegetable stood at 22.7 pounds or 10.17 kilograms and weighed heavier than a bowling ball. The carrot that equaled 60 carrots combined now holds the Guinness World Record for heaviest carrot, a title that was awarded to Qualley in 2017. According to the gardener, he had always intended to grow large vegetables, and growing the largest carrot was his goal. The only person to have a bite of the heaviest carrot in the world was his mother-in-law, who desperately wanted to hold the title. And while it was completely edible, Chris decided to replant it in the hope that it will seed again. Do you want to know Qualley's secret for growing massive fruits? It's soil, seeds, and lots of fertilizer. But don't think this is the end for Chris. Even though giant vegetable growing is his relatively new hobby, he wants to expand his works and break more records with enormous pumpkins and tomatoes. He has even come very close to the world record for the heaviest tomato, missing the mark by only 1.5 pounds or 0.68 kilograms. Number 1. Jackfruit. Yes, the largest fruit breed in the world is known as the jackfruit. This spectacularly sweet fruit is a species of tree in the fig and mulberry family, and usually grows in the tropical regions of the world. This Southeast Asian refresher is the largest tree-borne fruit, and its ripe specimens often exceed 36 inches, or 90 centimeters in length, and 80 pounds, or 36 kilograms in weight. Jackfruit trees are so large they can sometimes feed entire villages. Ripe jackfruit has a naturally sweet taste with hints of pineapple and banana-like flavoring. It's used in a variety of dishes, mostly in the Indonesian and Philippine cultures. With its relatively low cost and large nutrient value, jackfruit remains one of the most underrated fruits in the world. The world's heaviest jackfruit was truly a giant among giants. Found in Pine, Indy in June of 2016, the jackfruit weighed 94 pounds or 42 kilograms and was 22.5 inches or 57 centimeters long. These proportions don't come as a shock because most jackfruits range in similar sizes and weight. This world record-breaking fruit was discovered on a farm affiliated with the Jackfruit Company, which focuses on bringing awareness to the health and sustainability benefits of this magnificent and underrated fruit. Subscribe to Top 5s for more and check out some of our other popular videos.